Well, summer's upon us, which means that movie theaters are soon gonna be full of superhero movies. Which I guess makes it like any other time of year nowadays. Now normally I do some kind of foreign knockoff, but this time I'm doing a real comic book movie. It's a violent R-rated comic book movie that most people probably haven't heard of, but it is still technically a comic book movie. Faust, Love of the Damned is a 2000 superhero horror movie from director Brian Yuzna, who's best known for directing movies like Society, Bride of Reanimator, and Return of the Living Dead 3, as well as producing several movies for Stuart Gordon like Reanimator, From Beyond, and Dolls. Oh, and he also wrote and produced Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No joke. The movie's based off an underground comic series that was notorious for its graphic violence and sexual content, so that seems like a good fit for the guy who brought us this scene.
I am a butthead!
Faust was the first movie created by Yuzna's Spanish-based production company, Fantastic Factory, with Yuzna even getting one of the creators of the comic series, David Quinn, to write the screenplay. He also brought along his old friend Screaming Mad George to do the effects, who, if you remember, also directed the Guyver movie.
I'm going to make you crawl and gonna make you sing, cause I want that jiving, jiving thing. Boy!
Yeah, this one doesn't have a rapping gremlin in it, I promise. Even though it was shot in English, this is technically a Spanish production, which means all the gratuitous sex and gore is gonna be classy because it's European. See, it even starts with a quote. Anyway, we begin with our main character, John Jaspers, waking up after what looks like a night of kinky sex gone horribly, horribly wrong. Jesus, the opening credits aren't even finished and his girlfriend's already been murdered? Okay, no need for setup, just have him become the Crow right away. Oh, and did I mention this movie was made in 2000? Yeah, that's right, it's a new metal superhero movie. I joke, but I'd still rather hear this than that Chad Kroeger song from the Spider-Man soundtrack. Another sign of when this was made, it's in full early 2000s edgy mode.
This guy wasted 19 people tonight.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen, he comes with the superpower of mass murder. And holy shit, is that Jeffrey Combs playing a cop? Oh, this movie's looking up. It almost makes up for the awkward dubbing in some places.
I've deployed my men.
What are you waiting for?
I have specific instructions to wait for Commissioner Marino.
Did they just dub that guy mid-sentence?
What are you waiting for?
I have specific instructions to wait for
Mr. Black.
Even though this is technically a superhero movie, if it was about Jeffrey Combs as a hard-boiled cop, I'd watch it. So what's his name?
Heard a scream from barge down in alone.
Who? Don't tell me. Hound Dog.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Margolis.
And his name is Hound Dog? Oh, now I definitely watch that movie. He's one tough cop with a nose for justice. Jeffrey Combs is Hound Dog. This dog does hunt. Speaking of cop movies, so far this looks like if Full Moon made a Seven knockoff. Okay, never mind, now it's an X-Men knockoff. Alright, pal, you're under arrest for violating the copyright of a Disney-owned property.
Get it out of the way! No! No! Hold your fire!
Move out of the line of fire.
He's not a threat anymore!
How the hell do you know? Just because he put his claws away? Oh, and if the soundtrack didn't clue you in that this movie was made in 2000...
Well, thanks to you, this guy will get off with insanity. You should have wasted him.
Oh, great, not only did he murder the whole embassy, but he also took his claws to the editing booth, too. Not only is Lieutenant Margolis a good cop, he's also smooth with the ladies.
I'm sorry. Oh, here, let me help you. I guess I get a little clumsy around beautiful women.
I see Margolis' other nickname is Poonhound. This is Dr. Jade DeCamp, a psychiatrist who's hoping to treat Jaspers.
It's similar to cognitive therapy. I use music to unlock doors in my patients' minds.
However, because this movie was made in 2000, that means the music is going to be mostly nu metal. Alright, Margolis, let's see if you can close the deal.
Hey, listen. After your session, maybe we could go get a cup of coffee?
Sorry, I've got work to do.
Ooh, sorry, Margolis. Jade's more into Ken Foree types. Meanwhile, it looks like Jasper's busy waiting in his cell trying to figure out who farted. Look, it's the early 2000s. Just blame Marilyn Manson and violent video games for your killing spree. I'm sure some people will buy it.
So what about this thing called the hand? What about that?
There's no such thing as the Hand.
The Hand? No, wrong comic adaptation, stupid! In this movie, The Hand is a criminal organization specializing in the occult. At least I think they're supposed to be secret, since not only do they have their own website, but they're one of the first things that comes up when Margolis types The Hand into a search engine. Damn, they must have paid a fortune for search results that good. Anyway, while Jaspers is busy sketching his own comic book on his cell wall, let's see how Jade's music therapy works for him. Whoa, easy there, Jaspers. Sepultura is one of the better bands on the soundtrack. Jaspers explains that he used to be an artist who lived with his girlfriend, Blue. Oh, well, that explains it. These weren't murders, they were just happy accidents. One day they're visited by some thugs, and you can probably guess where this is going.
Did you forget who smuggled you into this country and who you didn't pay?
Hey, quick question. What country is this exactly? 'Cause I'm guessing it's supposed to be America, but so far it seems very Europe-y. The criminals beat the crap out of John and murder his girlfriend, which leaves him suicidal and about to jump off a bridge. Before he can jump, though, he's visited by a man called M, as in Mephistopheles, who by the looks of it seems trustworthy.
It's a long way down.
Life, death, happy, sad, pleasure, pain. It's all the same.
Oh god, he's gone full goth Cenobite. Just let him jump. Seriously though, Andrew Divoff's performance as M is one of the highlights of the movie. Yeah, you can tell he's evil from a mile away, but that's the point. Everything from the way he looks to his voice just screams devil in disguise. So if you're familiar with the original Faust story, you probably know the deal here. M offers to help John get revenge for a price, but is he gonna be all coy about it and say something like, "Oh, you don't pay with money"?
All I ask in return is your immortal soul.
Oh, okay, well, gotta give him this much. He may be evil, but at least he's up front. You still gotta sign the contract in blood, though. Satanic regulations and all that.
Just one thing. There will come the day when you believe in something, and you will regret this deal you have made tonight. And on that day, that thing too shall be mine.
Okay, how is it the evil demon man has so far been more honest about a contract than most record labels? He gives John some metal claws, which means it's time for a Wolverine pose. Now that John's made a deal with the devil, he can go full early 2000s edgy mode on the people who killed his girlfriend. And just how edgy is it? He fights a girl wearing a see-through bra, because sure, might as well give you some extra work to do. Oh, come on, Jaspers. Are you gonna let Bondage Club Annie Potts here beat you up? Yeah, that's right. You just got snicked, asshole.
What the hell? What's the matter? Don't like my art?
His one-liners could use a little work, though. Okay, we're not even half an hour in and John's already got his revenge, so does that mean the movie's over? Oh, right, there's still that whole deal with the devil he made earlier.
Now your work begins, John. There is much killing to be done.
Hell yeah, there is. There's still more than an hour left in this movie. And you really shouldn't be surprised by this. M was very clear about the terms. When he said he wanted your soul, he wasn't talking about singing Otis Redding songs at karaoke.
You will live as the slayer, between life and death. Violence, your constant companion, consumed by vengeance.
You will make Spawn look like a Powerpuff Girl. Your life will be like one long, never-ending Rob Zombie music video. On the plus side, your tote's gonna get laid, bro. Chicks love a bad boy. I also don't know why M's recording this. I think he has enough collateral on John with the whole soul thing. Well, who knows? Maybe M stands for what he's gonna do to this footage later. So to recap, thanks to M, John's gotten revenge on the people who killed his girlfriend, then immediately banged another hot chick. I gotta say, so far this deal doesn't seem that bad. M then sends John to kill people at the embassy and... oh, right, we already saw that part.
I should have died there. But I didn't. I disobeyed him.
You didn't disobey him, you just knew you couldn't kill Jeffrey Combs. John tells Jade that because he disobeyed his orders, M's goons are gonna be coming for him, but he should be okay in his cell, unless of course one of the doctors is also working for M and crap. Bad news, John, you're getting buried alive, but at least M let you take your claws with you.
You won't be alone, John. I'm sending a friend along to keep you company.
I have no friends.
Alright, dude, we get it. You're totally dark and brooding. And guess what? He was actually talking about Jade.
You touch her and I'll tear you!
Complain! Complain, complain! Yet I always give them exactly what they want. They always want to take it back.
Again, he's not wrong. He told you exactly what the terms of the deal were, and you still signed on the dotted line. You really have nobody to blame but yourself here, Jaspers. M buries Jaspers alive, and while you might have thought signing the deal and getting his claws was the origin story, here's where Faust's real origin begins. Oh, and remember what I said about his life being like a Rob Zombie music video? Okay, so it's technically a Fear Factory video, but you get the idea. And so John comes back from hell and is reborn as... Aus? Oh, I see. He's one of those superheroes whose name is a puzzle. Well, just in time, too, Jade gets cornered in an alley by some thugs who are on their way to murder Bruce Wayne's parents. Now that John's been resurrected as a demonic avenger, let's see what Screaming Mad George did with his costume. Okay, that's kinda goofy looking, but also kinda badass. And being sent back from hell means he has an even higher gore effects budget than ever before. Not to mention more metal on the soundtrack that I can't play too much of here. Thanks for rescuing her, but how is Jade gonna explain this to the cops?
This slasher is our John Doe.
His name is John Jaspers.
Okay, but the movie's called Faust, so I'm probably gonna keep calling him that from now on. Margolis decides to investigate the organization called The Hand that Jaspers mentioned. Speaking of The Hand, this organization seems awesome. Even underlings who screw up and grovel for forgiveness end up getting laid.
It wasn't my fault. I've never seen so much blood. Fuck 'em.
Oh yeah, I love it when I have to go apologize. Still worth it.
Razor claws.
Razor claws, huh? There's only one superhero it could be. Well, two, but you get what I'm saying. M also gets a little upset with his wife Claire banging everyone she sees, leading to the weirdest part of the movie, which unfortunately I can't really show too much of.
I love your duplicitous games.
Let's just say there's a reason I had to make the black boxes bigger there. M's not done yet, though. He even gives her ass implants before they came in style. Ever wondered what it'd be like if Salvador Dali had a DeviantArt page? Well, apparently Screaming Mad George did, because he made this effect. And don't worry, she's fine. We're only halfway through and this actress still needs to get naked a lot more. Meanwhile, Margolis puts Jade under police protection, which gives him another opportunity to hit on her.
You need anything. Anything at all, Oh, you have my number, right?
I'm okay.
Ooh, shot down again, bro. Even though Jade says she's okay, I'm beginning to suspect she isn't. Boy, Jade sure thinks of weird things when she's jilling off in the tub. And listen, Faust, I'm sure Jade appreciates you rescuing her earlier, but have you ever heard of knocking? Even if Jade wasn't attracted to him before, maybe she will be now that he's got Screaming Mad George powers. And it wouldn't be an early 2000s edgy superhero movie without the hero murdering cops. It's okay though, they're all working for M. I think. The movie never really confirms for sure whether these guys are or not.
I make such a mess when I play.
And again, gonna have to keep working on your one-liners there, Faust.
Why don't you just admit it? I'm the pornography that gets you hot.
Okay, that's a little better. Because Jade doesn't have a thing for superheroes who look like they're covered in candle wax, she calls Margolis on this definitely not European phone in this definitely not European subway. Oh wait, I was wrong. If this were a European subway, they wouldn't be playing nu metal. It'd probably be like shitty techno or something. So now that Faust is here, is he gonna say something like, "I'm here to check everybody's ticket to hell"?
Here, little piggies. Welcome to my show.
Hey, what I said isn't much worse than the actual one-liners. Jeez, this is like being trapped in a rave where they're only playing Power Man 5000. Jade decides to go with Faust instead of the cops, although considering how he's acted so far, she's probably better off with the cops, even if they are working for M.
Time to get up.
Just call people bub. You've already got the claws for it, so why not?
This is your home?
Hey, don't judge. My place in college didn't look much better than this. And don't worry that your place is a mess, Faust. All you gotta do is sweet talk her.
What if I am more than human? Your science blinds you. Violence is our destiny.
No, don't start with slam poetry, you idiot. Oh shit, it actually worked. I told you chicks love a bad boy.
I wanted you the first moment I saw you.
The way you painted your cell with your own feces got me so hot. And if you still think she doesn't have a thing for bad boys... Damn, you're good, Faust. Which is a hell of a lot more than I can say for the editing. All of these weirdly edited flashbacks Jade keeps having are actually repressed memories from when she was a little girl, and apparently got raped by Slender Man.
In my dreams, he has no face. I called him the Smooth Man.
Yeah, that name is not gonna catch on. Oh, right, Margolis. Even if he's not the main character, here's how badass Jeffrey Combs is. He just waltzes into M's lair like he owns the place. Looks like the commissioner is working for M, so I guess Faust wasn't killing innocent cops here. Maybe?
I have a meeting with the mayor tomorrow morning. He wants to know why the police have failed to apprehend the embassy killer, John Jaspers. What should I tell him?
I don't know, just get your dub actor to make something up. And yeah, go ahead and talk shit to the fucking devil. I'm sure that'll work out great for you, pal.
What do you think? Am I crazy?
Well, either that or stupid. The reason they're all meeting here is because M's planning a ceremony to summon a monster called the Homunculus, which will enable him to take over the world. Or destroy it, or something like that.
Our victory is at hand. This very night, the beast, Homunculus, will walk the earth again.
Screaming Mad George just needs a little more time to finish the effects, and then we can take over the world, I promise. Speaking of George's effects, remember when you shit-talked the evil demon guy earlier? Well, after he gets done eating and digesting you with his stomach monster, you're just gonna be shit. Another tip, never assume the devil can't see through a two-way mirror. Oh shit, M got Jeffrey Combs with 2000s editing. Jade also immediately gets a call from Margolis telling her to come to M's place alone. That seems legit. You know, I'm starting to suspect that M might be evil. And psych! Turns out it's actually a trap.
How could you?
Oh, don't you dare judge me, you hypocrite. Did you have a good time last night?
Okay, this heel turn from Jeffrey Combs is something I really don't like about this movie. Up until now, he's presented as essentially a good cop and one of the few people Jade can trust, and then he just all of a sudden sells her out because, what, he's mad she didn't fuck him? Yeah, I guess you could say M corrupted his soul or something, but mostly it just comes out of nowhere and rings kinda hollow.
You know, for a long time I refused to accept it, but the truth will not be denied. He will not be denied.
Well, at least they're starting to let Jeff be Jeff. If they had just let him be a creep the whole movie like he usually is, maybe Jade would've went for him. I keep saying chicks love a bad boy. While this is going on, Claire plans to betray M and take over his operation. Ungrateful bitch. Is this the thanks he gets for giving you that breast augmentation earlier? The plan is to have the doctor give him an injection that will destroy his earthly body. And you know what that means. More gooey Screaming Mad George effects. Okay, I have no idea what the KY jelly budget for this movie was, but it must have been pretty high. And I'm not just counting when it was used for the gore effects.
Honey, I want a divorce.
Okay, so I guess she's in charge now. Alright, first order of business, this is a Brian Yuzna film, which means we need some S&M shit in this movie.
You're such a weak, pathetic Barbie. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in this thing and then throw rotten vegetables at you. It's gonna be so hot. Or you could just whip her, that works too. Subjecting Jade to all this Marilyn Manson video bondage also unlocks a repressed memory that it was actually her father who raped her when she was a child. Okay, I was expecting the big reveal to be that it was actually M who raped her when she was a kid, so that's a bit of a surprise. Kind of. And here's another shock. Turns out you can't kill the evil magic guy with just a shotgun blast. Plus, all the torture apparently made Jade a sex nympho now, which means M no longer has any need for Claire. By the way, I just realized, where the hell is Faust? Oh, Jesus. John's still being emo? Just jump already. Either that or finish pushing out that shit you seem to be trying to take. Alright, time for M to bring his evil plan to fruition by throwing the most awesome Halloween party the world's ever seen. Ever wanted to see Julian Assange play Anton LaVey? Well, this is probably as close as you're ever gonna get. Oh, wait, never mind. Now he's Alice Cooper.
All my life I've wanted the truth. Now I am the truth!
Aw, come on, don't sacrifice Jeffrey Combs. I know it's fun seeing him play a bad guy, but I don't want to see him go out by deep-throating a boa constrictor. Well, hope you enjoyed Jeffrey Combs in this movie, cause that's it for him. With all these satanic goings-on, what kind of hardcore song are they gonna have on the soundtrack now? I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Huh. Okay, interesting choice. It's not long, though, before the new metal knight swoops in and interrupts the ritual. So after he's done killing people, is he gonna have another one-liner like, "Sorry to crash the party"? Or you could just say that. Oh god, it's even worse than I thought. Not only is Jade evil, but she's also in love with the guy from Counting Crows. Now Faust is really gonna be emo. Oh, but this satanic blood orgy's not over yet. Now Faust has to watch while M shows Jade his Mephisto O face. Okay, they've talked up this homunculus creature, so now let's see what Screaming Mad George cooked up for the finale.
Isn't it obscenely beautiful?
Oh, that's okay, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look bad, especially compared to a lot of the monsters I usually see on this show, but it sort of reminds me of a rejected Final Guyver monster, and it's not as impressive as a lot of the creatures in From Beyond. M also tells Jade to kill John, but at the last second she realizes she loves him, for some reason, and sets him free. You know, Em, your evil plan could be complete by now if you just take some initiative and finish off Faust yourself. Alright, time to take care of this screaming mad monstrosity. Unfortunately, flailing his claws at it from far away doesn't seem to have any effect, but luckily the homunculus uses a tractor beam on Faust, which means he can get closer. Damn, that was an easy final boss. It even came with a red blinky part so you know exactly where to hit it. Even though M doesn't have his homunculus, didn't he just impregnate Jade?
You should have done your homework. I can't have children. I have no womb.
Yeah, you should have known that, M. Somehow. And with M's vast demonic powers, just how the hell is Faust gonna defeat him? Yeah, that's right. Snicked, motherfucker. I love you, Jade. Let's be sad, pouty goths together. It's too late, though, because John dies as he lived, with a weird bug-eyed expression on his face. Okay, that was a pretty abrupt ending. Allegedly, there was supposed to be an after-credit scene revealing that Jade did get impregnated by M during the ceremony, but they never filmed it, so this is all we get. Too bad, they could have beaten Marvel to the punch with the whole comic book movie after-credit scene thing. I'll give this movie points for being R-rated instead of pussing out to try and get a bigger audience, although from what I've read, it's actually still tame compared to the comic. The end result, though, is a bit of a mixed bag, and I'm not just talking about the effects. Andrew Divoff is great in his role, and Jeffrey Combs is always entertaining, even if him switching sides at the end kinda comes out of nowhere. However, Mark Frost is a lot less successful as the hero. He's supposed to be all dark and tortured, but most of the time he looks like he just shit his pants and is really hoping no one notices. The pacing's a little weird too. Supposedly this condensed 3 story arcs from the comic into one movie, and yeah, there's times where it feels like it. If you can tolerate the ultra early 2000s style on display here, it's entertaining in a schlocky way, but it's nowhere near the best movie Brian Yuzna has been involved with. But hey, I'm just glad I did a superhero movie that isn't a foreign bootleg. Well, it's all for now. Until next time.
What do you think, brother? Too much blood or not enough?